can be just as good for insects as natural meadows study. Researchers found no difference in the diversity of species in urban meadows compared with those in rural settings. Small patches of wildflowers sown, let's see this word, sown in cities can be as good substitute for a natural meadow, according to a study which showed butterflies, bees, and hoverflies like them just as much. Councils are increasingly making space for wildflower meadows in cities in a bid to tackle insect decline, but their role in helping pollinating, I suppose, pollinating insects was unclear. Researchers working in the Polish city of Warsaw wanted to find out if these efforts were producing good results. Let's see how to pronounce Warsaw. Not Warsaw. Warsaw. They found there was no difference in the diversity of species that visited sown wildflower meadows in cities compared with natural ones, according to the study published in the journal Ecological Entomology and led by researchers from Warsaw University. The researchers said in inner city areas, flower meadows can compensate insects for the lack of large natural meadows that are usually found in the countryside. This study confirmed that small areas of urban wildflowers have a high concentration of pollinating insects and are as valuable to many pollinators as larger areas of natural meadow that you would typically find rurally. Let's see this word. Rurally. In this way, we can alleviate the hostile environment of urban space for wildlife, the researchers wrote. Some insects did prefer the countryside. The number of butterflies was twice as high in natural meadows as it was in sown floral meadows, although the diversity of species was the same. No difference was found for wild bees and hoverflies. The research team chose 10 locations across the center of Warsaw and 120 kilometers south of it. Observers set out from June to August on sunny days without strong winds. Insects were either observed on site or captured and taken to a laboratory to be identified. In total, they recorded more than 10,200 insects, made up of 162 species. About 50% of all European butterflies partly live in natural grasslands, and although there were fewer in cities, researchers found rare and protected species in the center of Warsaw, including large covers, Lacania dispar. Let's see this. How to pronounce it? Covers. There's no pronunciation for this word. We are of the opinion some mode. Is it mode? Let's see if I pronounce it correctly. why this it is Latin. Yeah, let's see English pronunciation for this word. Is there any English word for this one? Yep.
Mode.
Let's see. Mode green areas with flower meadows may enhance biodiversity, especially by providing a mosaic. Oh, it sounds a lovely word. Let's see.
Mosaic
Of meadow types. Researchers wrote, by sowing flower meadows, we quickly create a colorful habits that are eagerly, let's see this word. Eagerly visited by city inhabitants. Wildflower meadows are cornerstones of biodiversity, and yet an estimated 97% in the UK have been destroyed since the Second World War. Do I need to read another article about this one? Let's see if there's any one. The age of extinction. So this content, I don't know if I may click in something. Making space. Let's click on this. Yeah. There's nothing much in this. Yeah, it is. There's another. Do we read this before? Let's see the title of this one. Went to mow, but stopped. How UK cities embraced the Meadows Revolution. From Bickham. Let's see the city.
Peckham.
Let's see. Peckham to Plymouth. Wildflowers are thriving in urban areas as councils let the grass grow to create managed missions. Let's see this word. Suppose something that I don't know. Messiness for wildlife to thrive. And I think I want to see this one. Is a city.
Plymouth
is a city in UK. Patch of purple wildflowers springs out of Peckham, ray like a bruise. Yeah, is it bruise? Let's see if I read it correctly.
Bruise.
Yeah, it is. Bruise. Elsewhere, stripes of long grass. Patches. It's uniformity of well-cut grass, poppies, red campion, and meadowsweet are among spring's colorful arrivals. Let's see how to pronounce this one here.
Campion.
Yeah. Since May, London's Southwark Council has mowed a third less grass than it normally does, and these flowers sprouted by themselves from seeds that had lain dormant in the earth. It is the latest addition to Southwark. Let's see this, how to pronounce it. Southwark?
Southwark.
It's Southwark. Southwark Council's flower-rich grasslands that have been extended by 7 hectares, 70 acres since 1994. All over the country, city councils are letting manicured. See.
Manicured.
It is manicured. Manicured grass grow out to create messier. Let's see this one again. I have many words to see.
Messier.
Messier spaces for wildlife. Species for wildlife. Even some Oxbridge College are turning their famous lawns into wildflower meadows. Fantastic diversity is lying dormant. Let's see this word. I didn't see it before. And it is pop again.
Dormant.
Dormant. Dormant within our soils, particularly in London parks that have been protected from development for hundreds of years. Many seeds have been waiting underground for decades. A poppy seed can survive for 70 years waiting to germinate. Let's see this word. Germinate. And the eruption of color shows wildflowers belong in cities just as much as the countryside. Let's see this word. Did I pronounce it correctly? I said eruption.
Eruption.
Almost. We are just going to see what came up, and it's been much better than we expected, says Southwark Council Parks Manager Welball. Peckham Ray Common is ancient. Nothing significant has been built on it. A lot of these native plants will put seed down and they'll last for a very long time. Peckham Ray Common was built by London County Council in 1868 and has been maintained as a place for local residents to share ever since. Now people come to play football or use the cricket nets, but in the past collecting herbal remedies. I think it's remedies would have been part of everyday life. Ladies bedstraw. Let's see this one. If it is an insect.
Bedstraw.
Bedstraw, which is doing particularly well by that round cafe in the middle of the park, would have been used to stuff mattresses. Let's see this word. How to pronounce it?
Mattresses.
Yeah, I pronounced it correctly. Mattresses and pillows. While its yellow flowers colored cheese and butter, red campion was used as a remedy for snake bite. I think snake bite. What I can't see it. Snake bite. Yeah, snake bite. And meadowsweet to treat a variety of illnesses from colds to joint disorders. There are nettles in that corner, but that's alright. Tijia or Ajukusiki, Bristol City Council gardener. The old-fashioned approach to meadow management has many benefits, such as reduced carbon output from less mowing and a slight budget saving for the council. But the main reason is that the obsession. I think it is obsession. Obsession for well-cut grass harms biodiversity. People increasingly understand the need to share our cities with wildlife. I think if we decided to do this maybe 5 to 10 years ago, I would have had an inbox full of complaints about how we didn't cut the grass. We didn't get that this year, says Walpole. I think public opinion has moved a little bit towards understanding the climate emergency and how we need to improve biodiversity, not just do the same thing in the same way we've always done it. Meadows are cornerstones of biodiversity. Let's see this one. Cornerstones of biodiversity, powering food chains by collecting energy from the sun and pumping it into ecosystems. Making space for wildflowers in cities is particularly important because they have been squeezed out of the land elsewhere. Nationally, we have lost 97% of wildflower meadows, the equivalent of 3 meter hectares, 7.5 meter acres, since the 1930s. These little patches may seem like window dressing in the face of fast national decline, but there are early signs we have turned a corner. Since 2013, the charity Plant Life has worked with partners to create 5,000 hectares, 1,200 acres of wildflower meadows. 7 out of 10 English councils have reduced mowing to boost wildflowers. A Freedom of Information request refilled earlier this year. In lockdown, people began to notice smaller details around their homes. People have been massively engaged because of being local and being around with nothing else to do, says Walpole as an amenity. Let's see this word. Amenity. Amenity resource. The park was the only thing that was open for so many people. It's not just in the park. Tiny fragments all over the neighborhood are being reclaimed by wildlife lovers. People have started guerrilla. Let's see this word, how to pronounce it.
Gorilla.
It's like gorilla. Gorilla gardening in tree pits along my road, and the neighbors have daisies and clover growing their lawn. Gardeners who often see their job as controlling nature are starting to let go. In 2020, more than 1/3 of people decided not to mow the lawn in May, compared with 15% in 2019, according to nationwide plant life survey. Oh, this is going on and on. Do we need to continue reading? I think I'm gonna stop it in here, quick guide, and continue tomorrow maybe, because I think I'm gonna stop it.